All right, we move on. 4:25 p.m. Eastern. Dallas Cowboys 6-2, 2-1 on the road at the Green Bay Packers 3-6, 2-2 at home Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Cowboys coming fresh off their bye week. This is a very good football team. A very, very good, dangerous football team. Let's start with the line history here. The Cowboys open up as 4-point favorites. They're now 5-point favorites. Again, this is at Pinnacle. From a totals perspective, it opened up at 43.5 and it's dropped to 42.5. We go over to the cash flow here. Here we go. We have 4,198 tickets in. 20% of the tickets on the Packers and 36% of the cash. But market's moving towards the Cowboys. 55% of the tickets and 94% of the cash on the under. Slatsy said, I grabbed Cowboys -3 Sunday evening as soon as I saw the Green Bay game. Rodgers playing like garbage and garbage that doesn't care. McCarthy revenge game. How bad does he want this? Cowboys cover, says Slatsy. Good job grabbing the 3, Slatsy. Good work. So the Cowboys were last seen that wild 49-29 home beatdown of the Bears. The Cowboys scored touchdowns on their first 4 possessions. That's the first time they've done that since 2014. Dak 21-27 for 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, an interception. Second game back after missing 5 with a fractured right thumb. He looks really good. Dallas was 30th in the NFL in third down conversions. They got their first 6 third down conversions on 4 TD drives. They finished 9 of 11 on third down. They had by far their best game with total yards, 442. Tony Pollard ran 14 times for 131 yards, 3 touchdowns. Zeke Elliott dealing with a right knee injury. CeeDee Lamb, 5 catches for 77 yards. Schultz, 6 catches for 74 yards. Anthony Barr injured his left hamstring. And Damon Clark came in and replaced him. And, of course, he had the spinal fusion surgery. This is a really good football team. Packers coming off their 5th straight loss, an ugly 59 setback in Detroit. Lost 5 straight for the first time since 2008, Rodgers' first year as a starter. Rodgers 23 of 43 for 291 yards, a touchdown, 3 picks. Also ran 40 times for 40 yards. 3 interceptions for the 5th time in his career. The running game did not look good. A.J. Dillon ran 11 times for 34 yards. And Aaron Jones carried 9 carries for 25 yards and left the game with an injury. Lazard caught 4 for 87. I mean, this team is in big trouble. The defense was strong despite not getting a sack. 3 quarterback hits. Jair Alexander had an interception. And so Romeo Doubs out with an ankle injury. Aaron Jones injured his ankle, but he's supposed to be good to go this week. Eric Stokes dealing with a knee and ankle injury, and they haven't given us an update. But they did tell us that there was a high level of concern, which tells me that Stokes won't be in the lineup. Rashawn Gary, the Packers team leader in sacks, done for the year with a torn ACL. Christian Watson has been cleared from concussion protocol. He will be back. Linebacker Chris Barnes, concussion is in concussion protocol. And, of course, Devondre Campbell inactive. Is this Packers team just going to lose out? Is that how Rodgers finishes up his career? They lose
really? Yeah. Do you remember when they had that season, I don't know, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, where they started I think they were like 4-6, and he, relax, and they won out, and he really balled out, and he had good receivers that year too. That was a big thing. I bet this. I'll grade it at the 5. This is good to 7. Like I've had to downgrade both sides of the Green Bay team so far at this point. I don't know. Like I will pay to see Aaron Rodgers play well, I guess. So give me a Dallas 5. I'll grade it at whatever. I took an earlier number. I'm on the Cowboys here. These are all dead numbers in here. I'm probably gonna add some more and sell this to like 6.5. It's on the road. I get it. My numbers make this fair, but just the eye test, how the defense has played, how bad the defense has been against much worse offenses, how well this Dallas Cowboys offense has looked, even with Zeke, especially with Zeke out. Maybe better with Zeke out. And I know Pollard isn't ever going to be a guy who you're going to want to give 30 carries to. They still are going to split it up, but him getting the first carries is almost better. Dak is fine. He's, it's going to take him a few weeks to get fully back, but this I don't understand why this hasn't moved further, and I guess I'm not going to question it. The market is always going to respect a good team with a good quarterback and a good coach at home, and that's fine. But yeah, this doesn't make sense, and I'm just going to take the Cowboys -5 and watch. Green Bay would need to score like 20 points, honestly, for me to consider them like to stay within this number. I just don't see them scoring right now. Dallas's defense isn't electric, but they have some electric pieces. And, you're going to end up with some drives that have 3rd and 17s because you're on your back with the defensive player of the year on your face. So, yeah, Cowboys.
I get why you're sometimes you just have to not overthink a situation. How does the Rashawn Gary injury not?
It's just a defensive player. It's hard to move like a number on that, but he's like their only good defensive player right now. And I mean, he was a guy that if he was playing for a better team and a better defense, he would be getting defensive player of the year recognition before the injury. He was great. He was so good. And that takes a bad defense and makes it really, really stink. So I think Dallas gets what they want. 31-17 Cowboys.
So you don't like the under?
And Green Bay, if they get to 17, that's the respect I'll give them for being a good team for all this years. 31-10 seems, this game is 31-10 late, and Green Bay has to score a garbage touchdown that decides the total. This total's lowish, but this is a high variance game. I'm not fine with it.
Birdie says, why have I not hammered Dallas? Something about this line not moving as fast as it should be off the pack law, losing to the Lions. Something does not feel right here. How cold is it in Green Bay this week? It's not that cold. Pretty nice. Like, it's not much colder than it is in Chicago. It's a few degrees colder. Sky Dragon says, Green Bay may be broken, but 5 is too many. So I bet them. He's also on the under 43.5. I was surprised when you gave out 31-17 at first because I kind of like the under as well. Do you think that this would just be a complete breakdown?
No, I think the number is fine. It just has a wide variety because I have a lot of scenarios where the Cowboys are just winning by margin, and you end up. How many games do you see the total decided on a meaningless touchdown? I think that's where we end up with here. I have no interest in this total.
Yeah. I'm interested in joining you here with the Cowboys. I really am. Even that -3 first half. I mean, field goal. I need coming in off your bye week.
Yeah, if you like Green Bay, I think you can probably wait.
Yes, I agree. Oh, I agree. I think this is 6 by kickoff. Not saying that would necessarily give me more confidence. If it isn't, then I think there'll be some real nerves going on. I can already tell, because at this point you have 20% of the tickets on Green Bay and 36% of cash on them. It just feels like an Alex Pavone special. I'll be curious to see if he moves on the Packers. I'm watching this very closely. The problem is that I don't see how it doesn't move. I think that you want to get in before it's 6. And the Cowboys coming in off a bye. Wow, I'm going to be staring at this one tonight. Andy has moved on the Cowboys -5, got -105 over at 5 dimes.